Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Trash Talk podcast. As you may have realized if you're watching the video, so no one has realized because no one watches the video. Ryan has a new Black Panther shirt. I don't know. I think that's what's different today.
As you guys would be able to tell if you would indeed watch the video version of this show, I'm indeed wearing a Black Panther shirt. I didn't actually steal this one, believe it or not. I actually borrowed this from a kid down the street near my house.
It's a hate
now, of
crime
course,
if you steal a Black Panther shirt, Ryan.
well, you see, no one's found the kid yet, so no one knows a crime's been committed yet. So therefore, I think I'm in the clear as far as the stolen shirt goes.
Man. He stole a Black Panther shirt in the middle of Black History Month.
I have to be careful not to burn this one, then. I got enough bad press the last time.
God damn it, Ryan. You're so white. You didn't even realize it's not actually Black History Month.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I am well aware. But of course, this has nothing to do with my Black Panther shirt. This has to do with Emilio's new look, if you are watching the video version.
I am wearing a suit, and I'm using one of the mustache filters on Zoom. When I woke up today, I didn't want to look like a pedophile, but here we are.
Well, to be fair, you looked like one beforehand. Now you're just completing the look.
Now you just have a mustache. Yeah, I looked at the Zoom filter. It said Rian filter, and I put it on.
No, definitely.
No,
you didn't even grow the beard.
I'm wearing the suit because I've been on Zoom meetings all day, had a class, then I had to attend a Zoom event, which is a thing now because of the pandemic. I don't know if you guys remember, but because I never talk about this, but I went to Japan once, like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely never mentioned it, not even once.
I don't think I have. Anyway, so here's the context. So, anyways, long time ago, the people arrived at the island of Japan. And fast forward a few thousand years later, I went there. That's the recap you guys needed. I hope you understand the full context.
Well, now you understand why Japan has declined in quality. Ironically, since his visit, which is strange, I know. Weird coincidence.
I don't know. Well, I mean, you can't go decline anywhere's popularity or quality, Ryan, because you don't travel. Because you're poor.
Well, you see, I've traveled to plenty of places. Have you been to Ryansville, Pennsylvania?
I'm literally the founder and current czar of Ryansville, Pennsylvania.
I didn't even know what happened to the mayor.
Anyways, so today I had to attend an event. This is so... I mean, I'm happy that I'm included, but I do feel like it's kind of lame because... So the way they're doing it this year is that they're holding it virtually. So the kids that should have gone last year and this year, instead of getting a 1 week trip in Japan, they get a Zoom call. So
what a great alternative prize! That sounds absolutely amazing.
It's the equivalent.
Guys, I would never want to travel in Japan. I would always want to go the Zoom route. I always want the lagginess of the internet. I want the terrible frames. I want to see the entirety of Japan through a noodle shop window, probably with steam fogging it up and everything. That's probably what it's going to get shown through. The point is, why would you go to Japan when you can go through a shitty Zoom call?
Google Maps is free. You know how much is a ticket to Japan? Exactly. $1,000.
It's at least $1, guys. How many of you guys have $1? Nobody. That's who.
But if you have $1, please donate it to our Patreon. We got banned of OnlyFans.
Which, unfortunately, OnlyFans apparently is on the decline now. So we're going to have to start. We're actually making our own new service now. Trash Talk Nudes.
No. It's called Trash Talks. But instead of a K, it's a triple X.
Believe me, there's no talking with these. Like the videos, the photos, there's no talking. There's going to be a lot of, jacking it, if you know what I mean. So
actually, we do have to sue Brazzers because they did start a porn parody of the Trash Talk podcast. It's infringing on
what?
Trash Talks with a triple X at the end.
I gotta be more honest. I'm more pissed at the fact that they didn't even get as accurate. For one, they didn't get Emilio's sweet new mustache whenever they brought his character on, for example. Yeah. I was so mad.
My iconic mustache that everybody knows me for.
Absolutely. That's, you know what, for everyone, I know you don't watch the video versions, but you probably would have never noticed. Emilio's actually had this mustache for years. He just shaves it off exclusively to appear on the show. So, he's been trying to copy me for years. It's understandable.
No, I usually try to copy funny people. Why would I copy you?
But I am
Anyways,
funny, though.
so these people. Oh, that's the funniest joke you've ever told, Ryan. Anyways, so this is Zoom call. So the people that go representing my state, because it's a cultural exchange thing, and my city has like a friendship agreement with the city of Hiroshima. So what would usually happen is that 3 students from here would go over there, and 3 students from over there would come here. But as we all know, Bill Gates invented coronavirus, and anyways.
Yes, it was definitely the worst. Thank you, Bill Gates. That was a very epic prank you pulled. Now, can you please end the YouTube video you've been filming for all this time? We would like this to stop now.
I don't know. I can see the cameras, Bill. You're not fooling me.
I'm so glad you see him too. I'm so glad I'm not that crazy. I see the lenses everywhere, bro.
Anyways, we're back. Ryan froze there for a bit. But it's like this time they invited former participants to sort of mentor the new kids, which is kind of the weirdest way. It's like state-sponsored flexing. It's basically like, oh, well, I got to go to Japan, not your sorry ass. But
Buddy, I gotta be honest. I think you've gotten a head start on that. Literally almost every episode on the show early on, this man has flexed his Japan trip so many times that, like, hey, do you know where I've been, man? And like, don't tell me Japan. No, idiot, Japan. Do you not understand English? Like, no, clearly I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, the mustache distracts me so much.
It's distracting. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cover my mouth. So.
Just turn the filter off.
No.
He's like, no, I don't think I will.
So I'll do it when I finish the story. So I can't wait to join a class, and I'm just wearing one of these filters. Anyways, so
are you Emilio's dad by any chance?
I'm Emilio's father. I would like to talk to the teacher. Anyways, so it's kind of lame, but the people from my state, they're having a presentation, sort of to represent the state. I think it's 3 girls, 1 dude who are presenting. The girls are presenting the state, and the guy's talking about when he went to Japan. And that guy is not me. I will not be doing the presentation. I got banned.
The bullet on that one.
I was gonna invite Ryan to come on and talk about how he stole the Barbie bike. I feel like that would have been a great warm up for the crowd, to get the vibes up here.
Exactly, would have gotten everybody excited. It would have been great. But sadly, I don't think that'll happen now.
They didn't allow me to do that thing. So today it was kind of a long presentation. It was interesting. But I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Why did they invited me to both of these days, but I'm not even gonna get to do anything. I think it's just like I'm just gonna be there in the crowd, right? Because it's on Zoom. So it's kind of like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just sitting there. So it's basically Ryan on the trash. It's basically Ryan on the Trash Talk podcast. We don't know what he's doing there, but he's there.
Exactly. I'm here. Like, Emilio invited me on years ago, not to be a host on the show, but just to be like a background prop so you guys have something else to look at for the videos no one sees. So, and I just keep doing stuff, and I'm still here a few years later. It's weird how that works.
Okay, taking off the mustache, everybody.
Yes, thank goodness there's only one of us here who can actually pull that look off, and it's me. Holy crap! Wow.
Instead,
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
that
Oh,
is
there we
that is
go.
very. Looks like Bear from Bear in the Big Blue House.
Finally, I can be a furry on this show. And pick my
Finally,
nose, and nobody will notice.
thank goodness. Unfortunately, buddy, the furry convention is no longer in town, so you
Oh,
basically
man.
bought this costume for nothing. I'm sorry to disappoint
We're
you.
holding our own virtual furry convention.
Yes. Fortunately for me, I have all my butt flaps back in place for my suits. They all got damaged in an unfortunate accident. I don't know if you guys had heard. It was the infamous urinal
OnlyFans.
disaster. Well, the only fans, but the urinal thing kind of took a back seat too for the suits. So fortunately, they're all repaired now. They are all ready for our Trash Talk Furry Convention. Launching details on the Patreon. So pledge. Remember.
Woof. Oh, crap. That's not the sound that bears make.
No, they go yiff. You should have said
Oh,
yiff.
yeah. Zootopia.
No, but it's an interesting thing. I always wanted to go to somewhere like Japan, for example. I've been to a few places. I've been out of the U.S. Many years ago when I went to the Bahamas on a cruise, but that's the closest I've ever gotten to leaving the country. But I would like to go to Japan someday, and Emilio looks like a rejected contestant on America's Got
Mike
Talent.
Wazowski.
And you scuffed Mike Wazowski.
I'm on the TV, Ryan. Now I'm
You
dead.
bought the shittiest TV possible for that. Then it's like
now
a
I'm
TV
on
from
the
like
Snyder
40s.
Cut. This is the Snyder Cut version of the podcast.
Wow, you look like someone from like the Twilight Zone.
The only black and white show you recognize. Good job, buddy. So we do have a topic to talk about today, but it's gonna get us banned on YouTube again, basically.
I basically, because if you guys don't remember from a few episodes back, one of the video version of the episode where we talked about Emilio's volunteering at his local election, YouTube unfortunately picked up the video and flagged it as basically lying about or providing misleading information about the U.S. election. Don't know how YouTube fucked that one up, but thank you, YouTube. Love
It's
you.
almost as if other countries also have elections. Who would have guessed?
It's weird though. Well, Rhinesville hasn't gotten there yet, but one day, as a nation, we will make it. We will have our own voting
I don't
process.
think you guys. I don't think I'll allow it.
But you're not the leader, though. We don't even have a mayor yet.
Exactly. I'm not mayor of Rhinesville, Pennsylvania. I am supreme leader of Rhinesville, Pennsylvania.
Mr. Putin, I'm going to have to ask you to back down from your position here.
Unlimited power. Anyways, so yes, the vaccine. I've had my first shot. I don't know if Ryan has. I think you've had.
I've had both of my shots done for a few months now. I had mine done in May and June, so I've been vaccinated for quite some time now. So, more epic than Emilio, as per usual.
Well, I live in a country that has less access to vaccines, so.
Yeah, but you could have just traveled by life raft to like another country of some sort. Let's like sail across to Africa and be like, "Hey, bro, you guys got the vasectomies, but you got that vaccine."
They told me, "No, I'm sorry. Well, I'll take one vasectomy to go, and
it's like, well,
and I'll be in my way."
Your family's gonna ask you, "Where have you been for the last 3 months? Did you get the vaccine?" Nope, but I got a scarred dick. You want to see?
Look, I'm gonna take off my pants. What vaccine did you get?
Me, I got the polio vaccine. It did very well against the coronavirus. Let me tell you guys, I am now completely 100% safe from polio. Oh shit, this is COVID.
I got a tetanus shot, guys. I like it.
I stabbed myself with a pixie stick. That's how I got my my vaccine shot. No,
can't wait for the title of this episode. Polio vaccine works with COVID.
It'll definitely get the video banned on YouTube. If anything, that will do it. No, but I got.
Why you? No, dude, hold on. Why you shouldn't get the vaccine? And it's just like us, like this, or like our arms like hurting, like oh man.
It's like oh man, bro. Gosh damn. Oh, that would be great. Great
Anyways,
thumbnail.
YouTube
No,
is currently looking at us like, what are you fuckers doing?
it's like, oh, nothing. You already took down one video. May as well take down another one. Please don't, YouTube. Please. I
Please,
need the
YouTube.
income from this show. Please.
Yeah.
But no, as far as my vaccine goes, I got the Moderna vaccine. I got my first shot in late May, and it was a 2-week wait period from my first one to my second one. So I ended up getting the second shot done at this medical facility close to my house. So the shots themselves went fine. For one thing, I was going to get mine anyway because most people in my family had already gotten it by that point. But even if I didn't want to for some reason, I would have had to because at least in the U.S., as far as colleges go, in order for you to physically be able to show up on campus, you need to have proof of vaccination. So basically, if you want to go to college, the thing you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for, you have to get the vaccine shot regardless. So I would have had to regardless of that decision. But I went and got them done. There wasn't anything really too bad associated with either of them. The first one, my arm hurt for about a day or so. Nothing too bad. The second shot, though, holy crap, guys. That one put me out of commission for about a day afterwards. I felt really sick like a day afterwards, which is pretty common with the second shot of Moderna. I did. That would make, what, the fourth time I've died on this show? Something like that.
Ryan's like Kenny from South Park, but from the Trash Talk podcast, where he dies every other episode, and then I say
Still
something
with
racist, and
that's what brings me back to life. That's the cure-all. Don't try that at your grandfather's funeral. He won't wake up, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I guess your experience was easy breezy.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, like I said, the worst part about it was the second shot. At least with the Moderna vaccine, the notorious thing about it is you feel sick for like a day or two afterwards, but nothing major. So yeah, that was the worst of it.
Well, I got the AstraZeneca vaccine. I know that everybody on Twitter is like, "Oh, you're Team Pfizer, AstraZeneca, whatever." Dude, it literally doesn't matter. It's like whatever's closest is the thing you should get. Well, okay, that depends because like I've heard that like CanSino can be like not such a great vaccine. I had a teacher that was out for like good 3 days with that vaccine. Like you can like stand very well or for a long period of time. But anyways, check your vaccination information. Don't listen to two guys on a podcast who regularly mostly talk about penises.
Yeah, penises and furry fetishes and all that usual stuff we talk about. No, guys, take the vaccination seriously. Look into whether or not you're medically able to get them. Look into the best place to get them done, how insurance is going to cover it, and most importantly, get them if you feel like you need to. Obviously, with the way the pandemic is and places, even if you don't want to, if you're an anti-vaxxer for some reason, you're going to have to at some point because most places like colleges, for example, for me, they're requiring you to get them done regardless. You don't really have much of a choice. But, you know, just look into it. Get it. If you want to get it done, make sure you have all your information in a row. Don't do what Emilio did and form the anti-hand washing club like he did before the pandemic started.
Sorry, guys.
That did not age very well.
We did lobby the government pretty hard. I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, that's why you're wanted in like 5 different countries now because your organization
No, dude. Lobbying isn't illegal. That's a good thing about the U.S.
Well, it's kind of illegal when you break into people's houses and burn their sinks in the middle of the street. So, yeah, I think that was illegal.
Yeah, but that was in Ryansville, Pennsylvania. So that's a different jurisdiction.
But it's still illegal.
Anyways, I happen to be supreme leader of Ryansville, Pennsylvania, so I feel like I would know my own laws.
Leader. Our leaders would have sold the sinks, but instead of burning them to make the money.
One corruption scandal at a time. No, so my vaccine was like, I didn't have a plan to get the vaccine super immediately when it wasn't even available in my city. I had to go to a different city. It's like a good 2 hours away from where I live. Just because it was the only option. So my mom, she was gonna drive me, and she told me like, "Hey, do you want to get the vaccine?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, we have to leave now." So I left my class and dipped. And so I remember we were driving down the interstate, and we were kind of close to Marca's house. I feel like most people know him from my channel or from this show. He was a guest. We drove by his. We were driving by his house, and my mom told me, "Hey, is that guy vaccinated?" And I'm like, I doubt it. and it's like, call him, and I call him, and he was still asleep. He was like, I literally had just woken him up. And he was like, "What do you want?"
Hey, bro, you want to get vaccinated?
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, get dressed. We're going vaccinated. We're going to get vaccinated." And I'm like, "Okay." And I told him, "We're gonna pick you up at the convenience store near your house." And we arrived. Then we drove out to this other city, and you needed an ID. I used my voter ID to get in, but Marca didn't have any. Like, he didn't even bring his wallet. He literally just brought his phone with him.
Because he got called in the middle of the day, like, "Hey, bro, get up. You're going to get vaccinated."
Yeah,
Get
but why?
we're going to get vaccinated.
Why do you leave your house without your wallet? Like, it's not like, I know that most people, like, okay, if you carry around your passport everywhere without being like a tourist,
Bro, think about it.
It's weird.
If he doesn't carry the wallet, he doesn't get mugged. Think about it. He doesn't have to worry about losing the wallet if he doesn't have the wallet with him.
What about his phone?
Then he's just an idiot then for not bringing his phone. Just kidding, Marco. You seem like a cool dude. But still, though, like, at the very least, yeah, bring your phone.
Yeah. So we show up, and he doesn't have any ID. So it's not exactly like the social security number in the US. It's kind of the same thing. But it's the GURP, and GURP is like your authentication code. It's not as, like, anyone can know your authentication code, but it's not like your social security. Like, you can't make a bank account with it. It's just like an ID number. Like I could tell you guys mine right now, but and I wouldn't die.
Let me get a pen quick and a piece of paper, and you can tell me all you want, buddy. Shit, where is it? Also, if you have any, like, credit card information or anything, just saying.
Okay. So here it goes. So they asked me for my credit card, which is 6532.
6875309.
I don't know. I don't even know why Ryan's asking me for my banking detail. He doesn't even have a credit card.
Yeah, but I can pretend to be you over the phone, and then they transfer money to my mailbox, I guess, or like I assume they'll probably drop a big stack of cash on my porch and be like, "Hey, here we go."
You get an Applebee's gift card worth the money you stole.
Get an iTunes gift card. As soon as I get the gift card, I'm gonna, like, one of those scammers is gonna call me over the phone and be like, "Excuse me, we need you to donate money to the IRS, otherwise you're going to jail. Please give us the information on the card," and I get fucked out of like $3,000.
You tell them I only have iTunes gift cards, guys. Can we
start, guys? Do you accept the Olive Garden gift cards?
Anyways,
that's exactly what the IRS wants.
So we arrive, and I get in line. Marca, he has to stay back until he figure out what his authentication code is. Right, he has to Google it. So he's entering the National Registry, hacking the mainframe, because he forgot to take his wallet.
At least he didn't get mugged, though.
At least he didn't get mugged. Yeah. Unlike I got mugged. He's got a point.
I'm saying, though, hey, by the way, you have a really nice wallet, buddy. It's really good, looking good on my shelf right now.
Thank you. At least you gave me all of my cards and didn't take any money. Like, you literally just wanted the physical wallet. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely didn't. By the way, don't check your bank accounts after this episode. By the way.
Yeah.
If you get a call from the bank saying it's all gone, it's a scam.
Thank you, buddy. I know I can always trust you. Anyway, so I'm standing in line, and since we don't live in this city, we got an electric bill from someone who did live in the city, just to have a proof of residence. Because otherwise we couldn't get the vaccine. But
you stole someone's electric bill?
No, it's like one of my mom's friends gave it to us.
Oh, okay.
Also, what sort of value comes with stealing someone's electric bill? Oh, I'm gonna pay their electric bill. Watch
If
out!
you get it signed by a celebrity, then it's worth money. Get Putin to sign it and sell it for like triple the value.
Anyways, but Marca had the thingy, the electric bill, and he was still outside. So I was standing there in line, being like, "Shit! If it's my turn to fill out my registration for the vaccine, and this dumbass can't find his authentication code, I'm frick." Anyways, but luckily, when I was about to go in to the registration area, he was let inside the vaccination center. And he was kind of shy of ditching the line and skipping everybody. But I told him, dude, I need the electric bill. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait as long as you do. So he was like, oh, well, I guess I have to skip the line. And he skipped the line. And we filled out our registry. He told me that the lady who filled his information was asking him like a ton of questions about that city, like very specifically. So it's this place is a
Really?
college. This place is a college town, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
It's half and half. It's the college town, and it's also it's the state capital, right? So it's either college kids or politicians living there. It's a weird mix.
Take your pick.
There's no in between. Anyways, there's no way you're a college kid and a politician. Unless you're me, who is Lord Supreme Sailor or whatever of Rhinesville, Pennsylvania.
Fortunately, we're going to burn down his mansion after this, guys. Don't worry. He won't be in power for very long.
Oh, I have the army. Anyways,
God damn it.
So the lady is asking him like every single detail of minutia about this town. Asking her, well, okay, probably not, but it's like, how many neighborhoods are there in this city? How many traffic lights?
Like, are there? Like, why? Why do you want to know all this boring information?
And I'm filling out the information, and the lady doesn't ask me anything. She just asks me, "Oh, are you nervous?" And I do the history book joke. That's like, you guys think that I'll get on the history books about when they cover the vaccination part in schools? And the lady told me that they would only take my picture if I passed out. So it was at that time I started like asking them if I could also donate blood.
You started choking yourself in the middle of the freaking exam room just so that way they could get a picture of you.
No, so we go. It's weird because we went to the same place at the same time, but Marca had a different experience, I feel like people suspected he was an anti-vaxxer because when he arrives to get the shot, finally, after being interrogated about every aspect about this place, the lady goes, "Here's your vaccine. You want to take a look at it, see that it's the real thing and that there's nothing in it and everything?" And then he gets a shot.
Microchip in here.
Yeah. And then when I got the vaccine, the lady just told me, "Oh, loosen your arm." Boop. Next. I thought that they could have put like just water or like Clorox or.
I was gonna say Clorox. I don't think you'd be alive right now, buddy. If they just injected Clorox into your system. I will say this: after you got your initial shot, did they make you wait by any chance, or were you just allowed to leave straight away?
Oh yeah, they had like a waiting area, and we sat down and we joked, like we were talking about like, so we're doing like jokes like, so how necessary was it to tell them that I do have diabetes? Like, was that an important thing?
I don't think they needed to know that one. I was only curious because after I got my initial shot, they took me back into the exam room of the facility, got the initial injection, and then they had in the hallway they had two separate chairs. There was another girl that was getting it done too. Like they had them apart, obviously, but we had to wait in the chair for I think 20 to 30 minutes because apparently I don't know if it's exclusive to Moderna or it's with all the vaccines, but apparently it's very common if your body reacts to it negatively because in the paperwork they gave us, it lists all the allergies and whatnot like
Yeah.
that you could possibly get from it and like the ingredients to make sure you're not allergic to anything. So I wasn't personally, but we still had to wait 20, 30 minutes roughly just to see if we had a
Yeah.
reaction. If not, we were good to go.
Yeah. We did the same. It was, I don't know if this happened to you. Obviously, do not take this all as fact. This is the way our bodies reacted to it. You might react to it differently.
Don't take it as fact, guys. You guys might turn into like, I don't know, a blueberry or something like that from Willy Wonka. Just keep that in mind.
So, anyways, what happened? Marca had like a lot of pain in his arm after the shot.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything. I was like, I'm fine. Look.
Because you have no soul, clearly, everyone. That's one.
Souls are for pussies. Anyway, so the doctor tells
you
us.
should have plenty of soul then.
The doctor tells us, "Oh, you guys are okay to leave." And then we start making jokes like, "Do you think that guy was actually a doctor, or they just give lab coats to volunteers so you feel safe?"
What a smart idea to do in the very facility you just got your injection in.
Anyway, so we're walking. We have to walk back to the car. And we're doing jokes like, I told Marca, I was like, dude, you should hide. And when we arrive, and when I get to the car, I should tell my mom, well, I don't know. I just walked out of there, and they took Marca in a black van. I don't really know what happened to him after that.
Did it say FBI on the side of it by any chance?
The chip just didn't work with him, so they had to take him to the factory to reboot. Anyways, so
oh my gosh, the chip failed. I can't find him anymore. Dang it.
So anyway, so that was my first shot. I still haven't gotten the second shot, and then we had to drive all the way back home. We did stop for lunch, and we dropped Marca off. I didn't feel like immediately bad. I did feel like very tired, but that's because we waited in the sun for a bit and got kind of insulated, but. I didn't feel like immediately bad. I did have like pain in my arm after that. I did start feeling that. But then I got home. I took a nap and I was fine. I sat. I worked for a bit. Did schoolwork too. And but Marika did text me in the afternoon, being like, "Dude, how do you feel?" And I'm like, I'm vibing. And he was like, I am fucking dying. He was feeling like crap. And I was like, well, I think I took some paracetamol and a shower, and I felt fine. And then
you took a shower.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
A shower. No, dude, haven't you watched the news? You don't have to shower. Jake Gyllenhaal, aka Mysterio from Spider-Man 2 doesn't shower.
Did he say you didn't? He doesn't shower at all?
He said he showers I don't remember, once a week or.
Ooh, once a week. That's a little bit different from your recommended hygiene consumption.
Yes, Dr.
So to speak.
Ryan. Anyways,
I will say this, Emilio, have you been shitting in the shower recently? Because I feel like you probably did after your vaccination.
Did you shit in the shower after your vaccination?
This isn't about me. This is about you, buddy. I am a certified doctor, and I know these things. I am not a certified doctor, but Dr. Ryan is here to help. Have you been experiencing pain in your places that count?
No. Anyway, so the next day I woke up very early, and I was still not feeling the vaccine. I just had pain in my arm. But as the day progressed, I developed a fever, and I felt like I was gonna die, dude. I was like, no. I did hear that with AstraZeneca, the first shot is 70% of the viral containment, and the second shot it's just like a booster, but it's not as strong as the first.
Maybe mine was the exact opposite, because with Moderna, the first shot typically just has pain in your arm around the area, which was the case for a few days, but it wasn't bad. The second shot, though, apparently is the one where you have the worst reaction to it, and I can assure you it was the case, because the day after I got it done, when I woke up the next morning, I didn't innately feel terrible. Like when I got it done that night, because I was driving myself back home, I was thinking, man, if I pass out while doing this, this is gonna be the worst fucking eulogy ever. And so this is not how I wanted to go. And no, I didn't feel anything on the way back home. I felt fine. But when I got up the next
Driving the
day,
death car after the vaccine.
it would have been my death car if I would have passed out. You're absolutely right. Big explosion down the road.
Hold on,
Damn it,
everybody.
Vaccines do kill.
In
What
the
do you know?
in the epicness of the moment, I like disconnected my headphones. This conversation was just too epic for the headphones.
Exactly.
Anyways.
No, but yeah, my actual reaction though, that I had afterwards when I woke up the next morning, I didn't feel like dying per se, but I was exhausted. I was completely wiped out. I didn't feel like I wanted to eat or drink. I was out of it the entire freaking day. It's hard to describe because you feel like you're in a fog the entire time, and I was up until around the end of the day or end of the night, somewhere in that range. But yeah, the reaction was kind of similar to yours, but maybe not as bad from the sound of it.
Yeah. And the next day, I didn't have the fever anymore, but it still felt like very loopy. But my arm, like, I couldn't, like, fold it. I mean, extend it. Like, I had to keep it always fold like this. I couldn't, like, open and close.
Well, I always fold my arms, guys. Let me tell you, I'm folding it right now. Right now in the video, you guys can see
Ryan,
me
why are you doing the Nazi salute? Anyways.
Cut that part out.
But yeah, I couldn't like open my arm and it hurt like hell. For 3 days I couldn't open my arm. Like it was just I couldn't use it. It was impossible. Like
impossible.
Like I physically was like I can't freaking do this, everybody. And I asked my friends that also got the AstraZeneca vaccine, and they also said like they had this feeling for like a day, not 3. And I was like, frick. I was saying goodbye to my arm. I get the vaccination. It was a cool birthday gift, but
yep. It was cold and great knowing you, buddy. Before you get amputated, let me take you out for one last test drive. Mom, lotion, please. One last moment together.
Why does your mom help you jerk off, dude? That's weird.
Again, this is Dr. Ryan's here. This is about you. Now, do you have pain in the regions where it comes?
I've been peeing green since 2012. I don't know.
2012. Wow. That means you're pregnant. So I recommend eating fish every day. That should help. Let's go. There was one idea I brought up to Emilio, but I don't think we can really do it because I don't think Emilio's seen it yet. You haven't watched Free Guy yet, have you? Okay. The only reason I brought it up too was there's been a lot of movies. We covered Space Jam the last time we covered films like episodes ago. But when it came to recent movies that came out that were renowned because of like connections to like YouTube and whatnot, Free Guy definitely fit the bill. I won't go into detail here yet. I figure I'll wait till Emilio sees it, but just know it's interesting. It's good, but you guys should go and watch it. But I want to wait till Emilio sees it before I talk about it.
I probably won't watch it, so just give me your
thoughts.
You
won't watch it? Well, fine then. May as well go into it then a bit. For those of you who don't know, Free Guy is a movie starring Ryan Reynolds as a man named Guy who basically is an NPC in a video game who becomes, what's the word I'm looking for here? Self-aware that he's in a video game. Sentient, yep. He becomes a sentient being within the video game world and basically works with allies on the outside to fight against a video game company known as Tsunami, which is a parody of the game company Konami. And they portray him just as well as Konami is nowadays, which is terrible. But they basically have to stop the game he's in, Free City, from being erased with this new sequel coming out, Free City 2. Also,
I love Mario. Yep. That's a cool story, Ryan. How many stars out of 5 do you give this movie?
But the movie, I haven't even got into it yet. Save it for the big reveal. The point is, though, with like Free. Wow, well, that's how Emilio is going to look in 20 years anyway, so you might as well practice now. Anyway,
guys, look, I'm Ryan. I'm short.
Yeah. Well, Emilio's actually looking his height now. He finally took the stilts off. But with that in mind, though, guys, Free Guy, it's a
Dude,
good
why do you
film. The
wear
developers that
stilts
helped
to
Guy
sit
out,
down? That's weird.
the developers who helped Guy out throughout the game,
Wait,
they're trying to.
dude, I'm just trying to interrupt you. Haha, you fell for it.
Anywho, so Emilio's short complex aside, the main thing the developers try and help Guy with here is to find proof of their own game, because the owner of Tsunami stole their idea and used it in the game. So they're trying to help Guy out too, because he's the only one who can help find proof of it. To keep it brief, because I don't want to go into spoilers because the movie is relatively new. It's a good film. Ryan Reynolds does a fantastic job in this movie as well. The side characters actually have a personality in comparison to other films like Space Jam 2. It's far better in that department, better than any of the side characters they had in that film, for example. But characters are all good.
You didn't love Tweety Bird in Space Jam? Wow.
Definitely. He was my, you know what? That was my actual wet dream that I had the night after I saw Space Jam 2. I thought about Tweety Bird the whole time. It was great. But yeah, the movie looks good. The CGI is on point for the video game aesthetic. It's unique how they pull off a video game world within a movie, and Ryan Reynolds was just the perfect choice for it. The soundtrack, good for them. It's really reminiscent of like old school video games and whatnot. The humor's on point for the most part. The film's not perfect by any means. I thought the acting direction for some of the people there was a little off and out of place, and there were some scenes that definitely were rushed. And even the main villain himself, the guy from Tsunami, he doesn't have a great personality. I mean, he's like that stereotypical Logan or Jake Paul kind of guy. Picture that kind of personality. But all in all, though, Free Guy is a good film. I like the YouTuber references they had in there too. Jacksepticeye cameo
in the movie, right?
Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM, Pokimane. Crap, what's his name? Is
Will Smith.
His name's slipping my. Yeah, my favorite YouTuber, Will Smith. He also made an appearance as well. No, there's another guy, but his name's slipping my mind right now. But he's done collabs with Mr. Beast and whatnot. The point is, though, the YouTuber appearances were cool to see, too. So overall, Free Guy, if I had to give it a record out of 5, I would give the film, I would say probably, for me personally, a 4 out of 5. It was a pretty good film. I enjoyed it a lot more than Space Jam 2 and Black Widow, funnily enough. It was a lot more enjoyable movie to watch. I liked Black Widow, but the film, all in all, just kind of lacking in some departments for me.
Okay, sexist.
Because liking a Ryan Reynolds film more than a Scarlett Johansson film makes me sexist. Well, you know what? If it does, track Emilio down and beat him like a piñata, because he's the one who told me to say it.
Time to pick between 2 topics. Ryan, say a number between 1 and 20.
1 and 20. All right. 15.
15. Ooh, so we get another me going to a doctor experience.
Oh no.
This time I went to a doctor from Australia. No, I went to a dermatologist. I've struggled with acne for a long time, and it's getting pretty annoying because it hurts like hell. And
don't worry, buddy. You're still beautiful to me. Don't worry.
Thanks, buddy. Anyway, so I that really threw me off. I got like a boner, and now I can't focus. Anyways. I was kind of skeptical of going to the dermatologist because last time I went to one of these doctors, I got like a very bad. They gave me a very bad drug to treat my acne, and it hurt like my my kidneys. Like it really hurt when I peed. And as you know, my kidneys are my safety net to save Ryan when he, inevitably falls into prison.
I end up back in prison, again. But, I mean, you already lost part of one of them. You may as well save the other part. So
I'm looking into selling my liver. I am no longer allowed to sell sperm. Anyways.
Well, at least one of us will support this show through sperm donations. I'll let you guys again guess which one of us it is.
Yeah, I can only spit
the
out
one who
dust
hasn't been
now.
killed by radiation treatments.
Yeah.
That would be Emilio.
I have acne, not cancer.
He went to the extreme too many times, and although he didn't die, his sperm took a major hit. Sorry, buddy.
No, but I am treating it, and right now I'm not so happy with it. I feel like it's getting kind of worse. I'm not like it's getting like even in places that I didn't even have acne. I learned that you can have acne in your balls. And I'm speaking, of course, of my tennis balls. I'm a huge tennis fan.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
so yeah,
just
I
like
just God, thank God I interrupted Ryan. Anyways,
he dragged the tennis balls too, just like his other balls.
no, I wanted to talk about this because, well, I know that most of my audience is like dudes, and with guys, it's kind of weird to talk about this sort of issues. You know, when I look out videos of how to treat my acne, it's mainly, you know, women, not really guys. So maybe, this could help you. Go to the dermatologist. That's the build-up, I guess. I can't tell you oh, take this medication because
because you might be allergic to it or something.
Yeah.
You might have a bad reaction. Period. Worse than
go to the doctor if you can. If you can't, use a cheese grater on your face. It worked for me for a bit. It hurts a little bit.
Well, to be honest, that was probably an improvement over what we had beforehand. So keep using that cheese grater. I think it'll do you wonders in the long run.
I think you should take the cheese grater.
Hey, I use that to shave every day, and it works pretty well. Thank you very much. Forget razors, guys. Cheese graters.
Cheese graters.
That's where it's at.
Anyways, so that's the second topic. I guess if you don't have anything, I have an interesting question I would like to ask you. If you don't have anything.
Honestly, probably go with yours because for this episode, didn't really have anything in mind. It was just a free guy thing.
This
but again,
episode was rushed out because Ryan has a date tomorrow or something.
I have a date. I don't have a date. I'm planning on possibly meeting up with my best friend tomorrow. So
also his love or.
Yeah, definitely my lover. He has a girlfriend, so I don't think that works that well.
You can become like a throuple.
No, well, why would I do that when I have you, though? I mean, I don't want to get in the way of that.
I'm okay, dude. If you feel like it's your time to leave, anyways.
It's finally, I can move out of the basement. Finally, my time has come.
Anyways, Ryan, I had an interesting question about YouTube. Ryan always wants to talk about YouTube-related topics because he doesn't make videos anymore.
That's bullshit.
Anyways,
I still make videos, just I've been busy with other stuff.
How has YouTube changed you? Personality-wise and so on.
It's a good question. Well, YouTube helped get me out of my alimony debt in the beginning, so YouTube really did change my life.
Because
I never even got
obviously we're not super successful YouTubers. I would argue we're not really even successful most of the time.
I would say to a degree, maybe not as successful as some others, but to a degree, sure. If you garner an audience and support, for example, that's success in itself, I think. But
okay, but I think it's interesting because I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. You've been doing it for 6. So obviously, it took a huge chunk of our lives, right? So there has to be some change.
There definitely is. I can tell you that from I started YouTube in 2015. Officially, I would say early 2016. The videos I consider serious uploads, about as serious as they could get with NASCAR Rancing Teabag videos. But 2015 was the range when those early videos came out, and I was serious about doing them. YouTube over the years, because 15, 16, 17, 18, 6 years going on. It's weird how the content creation journey that I've had has helped me meet so many great people. For one, physically connecting through people and becoming friends through the online landscape has been a really good experience. I get to meet people from all over the world. I've met people from the US, from Mexico, like with Emilio. I've met people from Turkey. I've met people from many different places, and it's been great meeting these people I never would have been able to interact with otherwise without making content. Making videos in general has definitely made me more adept to using technology, obviously video editing and whatnot. When I eventually started doing that,
Fall into my sleep. Fall into my trap.
Nice try. No,
Everybody
I tried that
listening
last
is just
time.
so confused. Why did Emilio
Yeah.
start to hypnotize?
Because they don't even need to know what it is. For all you know, you went out of the room, put on an Elmo suit, and like fall into my dream. But no, in general though, with making content, I've become more technologically adept and obviously learned methods that way. But I think the more important thing is it has changed my life in a lot of ways. YouTube helped get me through a lot of tough times, but making content and being able to collaborate with people that I've met, it has helped me grow my personality, like with public speaking ends, for example, being able to interact with people both on camera with live streams, and it's helped me with that in my own personal life. It's helped become more knowledgeable about how to interact with people and how relationships can grow over time, especially with, like, again, making friends online. And YouTube as a whole, though, just making content for so long allows you to get more creative, because I've noticed that I've got more creative and have branched out into doing things I don't think I would have done without taking a chance on making a YouTube channel in the first place. Because there's things I don't think I would have taken a risk on in my life. There's things I wouldn't really have attempted to do that, or tried things people have tried that I've always wanted to. I don't think any of that stuff would have really went down without a content creation journey that I've had. So I would say, yeah, YouTube has definitely impacted me. Hell, I wouldn't have even been able to do things like, for example, this podcast wouldn't have been, I don't think really would have been a thing, for example. I wouldn't have been able to really do anything like this, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do half the collabs and stuff I've done on YouTube to begin with. I met Emilio, so I don't know how good the whole thing turned out, but no, all in all though, it's been a great experience. YouTube has definitely impacted me.
But do you feel like it has affected you in a negative way? Maybe in a smaller aspect?
Maybe here and there. I will say this: when it comes to making a YouTube channel, and as amateurs, I guess amateur as they might be here and there, it does require work, and you do have to be consistent. And that was something that I struggled with for a while,
And
especially
you still struggle with.
Yeah, well, we're talking years back when before the channel even had any traction or any audience, which I have now. It was weird trying to balance out having my work schedule, my school schedule, having my own time, plus trying to do videos. It was very stressful at a lot of points trying to crank out videos consistently, especially with the type of content that I've made. It's when you try and stay consistent because of the way the algorithm is on YouTube, you have an audience now that you have to support with content that really enjoys what you do. There's a lot of factors you have to take into play, especially when you're growing a community on YouTube. So yeah, it has definitely negatively impacted. At some point, it's made things more stressful than what it has to be. But ultimately, I think despite those times, it's definitely worked out. I don't really regret any of the content I've made, other than tea bags, but and NASCAR. But we'll let that slide. But yeah, it's definitely impacted negatively too a little bit over the years. I mean, what about you? Has it impacted you in any way, good or bad?
No, I think I'm pretty much the same. No,
Yeah, still
obviously,
the same asshole.
obviously it has like affected me. Like I've learned a lot of stuff. You know, how to record a video, how to light up a shot, kind of. How to edit, how to use After Effects, how to use Photoshop. Oh no, they've kidnapped Rian. Return next week to see if he comes back.
No, I'm getting a charger so my phone doesn't die while we're doing this, so I can continue.
So yeah, there's like a ton of like cool abilities that could help me out in the future. I don't know if I'll be doing YouTube forever. Probably not. It's a super saturated and competitive market that standing out is pretty much impossible today on the current landscape of YouTube. Unless you know someone who's already established, it's pretty much a long shot that you make it on YouTube.
Pretty
Sometimes
much
I do feel like YouTube is just luck. Because I have videos that I pour a lot of effort into it and they get like 10 views. And then there's videos that I do nothing and they get like 30,000. So it's like, it is a BS system that definitely needs work. I don't think I was ever introverted, but it did help me become even more extroverted maybe. Well, I guess I should talk about the negative stuff. I don't know, aside from making myself more confident, maybe it made me feel more like self-conscious. I think that's the way to call it. Oh, Ryan just dipped from the call. Well, yes, until Ryan comes back. It helped me, and it did make me more self conscious. Definitely, I think just knowing that a lot of people can. Oh, here he's back.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. My recording device died on me.
Recording
Unfortunately.
device.
Recording device. We got to make this sound professional, man.
So I'll just keep on going. I was just saying that, like,
Yeah.
it definitely made me more self-conscious about how I speak, how I present, and I don't know. It's weird. Like I was saying, like I used to be those people that like didn't understand why YouTubers and like a sea of positive comments would come down just because of one negative. But I have gotten like a lot of negative comments, and it's weird how.
Yeah, I've seen half my comments on his videos, guys. I mean, they're like the best comments he's ever gotten on any of them.
Ryan's the only user I have approved for commenting automatically. Like, Ryan could just start spamming scams, and it would come out as, oh, Smelly Cheese approved. Anyways, he has too much power. No, but it does. I don't understand why. Like, even if it's just one negative comment, how it can like really bring you down. It's so stupid. I hate that it brings me down. I don't know.
Yeah, which is. I gotta be honest with you, when it comes to like comments on YouTube, especially like we're talking on the subject of content creation changing you over time or impacting you, comments can definitely make or break a video, even though people don't necessarily think about that. If you have a video where you get a ton of positive comments on there, it could definitely make you better about the video. It means people are taking some time, even if it's a few seconds, to say what they liked about it. Like, hey, great video, man, or I like this segment. But then when you have a bunch of negative comments, like people come in, because I've had this problem on videos I've made in the past where people, if they don't like you for whatever reason, or they just want to troll you, for example, they'll put negative comments in there calling you.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was
names.
drunk.
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
mean it.
It's okay. I've blocked like half your accounts already, so don't worry, I'll get to that. No, but like that kind of stuff can make or break how you feel about a video, and definitely in a way influence your motivation to make more.
Yeah.
I found that too.
I was just kidding, dude. I don't even watch your videos. Why would I comment?
Oh, well, in that case, then screw you.
No, but I think I don't know why it bothers me that I'm bothered by it more so than the actual comment. It's like, why do I care? I don't even know this person.
I feel like it's because, my theory on it is it's not because you know the person personally or because you want them to like it because, oh shit, this person's hateful, but that means if I get a comment from them, that means I must be doing something right. I think it's more so the video, you put a ton of work into making a video, you film it, you edit it, you script it out, you do whatever it is, especially with videos that like I've seen like you make, I make, and other videos I've seen from creators that definitely deserve more support in the small YouTuber community. When they get hateful comments on videos that are just negative feedback, it demotivates you because you're like, I put all this work into this damn video, and then here I have some assholes ripping it apart because they don't like it for whatever reason. I feel like that has something to do with it too, because you put effort into making content, and when people hate on it, it demotivates you and be like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this bothering me? I think that's my theory on it.
I've become like really focused on the numbers of YouTube. I don't know. I guess it's normal because like when any YouTuber goes like, oh, they just make YouTube videos for the views. Well, no shit, dumbass. Every YouTuber makes videos for the views. If they didn't care about
some do it for a living. They do it for the revenue. The numbers matter because that helps dictate their paycheck.
No, don't even look at it that way. If you publish a video, you don't do it just so that it sits there on YouTube for years. You make it so people watch it, unless it's the video version of the Trash Talk podcast.
Then in that case, nobody watches it. We have negative viewership.
Yeah, on YouTube, it's the money laundering scheme, actually.
That was a drug trafficking.
Anyways, but I've become like really focused on numbers, and it's very demotivating when I pour like a ton of time into a video and it gets close to like 10 views. It's like very frustrating. I think
Well,
YouTube
we
does.
do know one thing. We do know one thing. The upcoming Now You See Me review, you're just going to film a pile of garbage for 10 minutes and post that, so it won't require much effort whatsoever.
It'll be your average The Boss video. And,
It gets more views than your videos.
sure, bud. Just check Social Blade. Which is another thing. Like, comparing yourself. I do this a lot. I compare myself a lot to everybody. When I'm feeling down, I compare myself to the boss, and I'm like, oh, my channel's doing great.
His numbers are somehow still higher, despite the fact he hasn't uploaded very much in the past few months. Which, no offense to your channel, but I feel like your channel deserves more support, too, for the work you do put in videos.
Yeah, me too.
You're one of those people that... I mean, yeah, I wonder why. No, but, like, genuinely speaking, when it comes to content creation, Emilio, he doesn't make great content, but he makes content that you can listen to while your alimony lawyer goes over stuff in court. When you're feeling depressed about how much money you're losing, look at Emilio's channel and be like, dude, at least I'm not this guy. But no, for real though.
Thank you.
Emilio, he's an example of a YouTuber that, like, and obviously myself, I could include in this as well, but if I'm talking to other YouTubers, if there's a lot of small content creators I'm aware of that deserve way more support for the channels, Emilio included, because there are creators I know of, again, like Emilio, that pour so much work into their videos, more than the average big YouTuber that makes like that just random Minecraft mods videos or whatever they make. That kind of thing too, I think.
Are you stuck in 2014?
Exactly. Well, people still make those videos now. I mean, a ton of channels are stuck in 2014 then. But the point is, those channels like Emilio's deserve a lot more support, I think. And it's really upsetting when they don't get that feedback, because again, the creator of the videos, they don't feel like they want to make content much anymore. They're like, well, what's the point?
I don't know. The small YouTuber scene, I have been in like some very good communities, some very like close communities. But I don't know. Sometimes I do feel very like depressed, because there's like so many people posting their videos there, and including myself, that just like get no attention even there. Like, if you look at it, these Facebook groups, the posts that get attentions don't even have links to videos. They're just like either asking for people.
Do like sub for sub or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's whole groups dedicated to that too. When it
Yeah,
comes
the thing
to
with those sites, it's like everybody, it's like a comedy club, the way I see it. So like, it's
but I'm not laughing.
It's not, yeah, but it's not people there looking to find something funny to watch. It's mostly people there preparing their own act. So, if I had a tip for YouTubers, I think just get lucky. Just get lucky. No, don't even. Who cares?
I would
just get
focus
lucky.
on passion more. Come on, my thing is, I've had it happen with like my channel. There are points when you do YouTube, even as a small YouTuber for years. Yeah, numbers are a factor. You want people to see them. You want that engagement. You want your channel to grow and subs and everything else. Yeah, you want that. But if you lose sight of being passionate about making a video and being into it and wanting to produce something for people to still watch, then your channel will, it always happens, it will inevitably fail in some regard, especially for videos. If you're doing it for the numbers purely, that's not a good way to go about YouTube, because your videos will suffer and so will you, the creator, in a lot of ways. So make it, yes, numbers are a factor, don't forget that, but make it because you actually want to make the video. Don't spit out some random fucking like Minecraft Let's Play because like, oh man, I'm going to get PewDiePie level views, which ironically, he doesn't even get as many views to justify his sub count now.
Yeah, sure, the passionate thing. Yeah, that worked back then.
Man, he's so engaged in this, guys. Fortunately, this podcast is forever.
So, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, there's some times where I think, like, maybe the podcast will be the thing. Because sometimes it pulls more views, you know.
Ironically enough, the podcast is better, I think, at some points. Like, obviously not on YouTube, but the audio, because Emilio and I have talked here and there about, like, some of these episodes do better than, like, some of, like, my videos, for example, or Emilio. It's crazy, especially when it comes to something like a podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that I'm gonna be more consistent on the podcast because I'm gonna stop doing weekly uploads just because it's not sustainable for me since it's just me. Because it's like I have 1 week to write, record, and edit a video, and also I have to design the thumbnail, design the promotional material for like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. And it's a lot of work for one person. Sometimes I do feel overwhelmed. I'm like, it's like I do put a lot of it, and it doesn't feel like it's.
But dude, you have to appeal to those 5 viewers though. Like
Yeah,
they're gonna miss their
Ryan's mom, Ryan's landlord, they all watch my videos. They love them.
Yeah, the views on Emilio's channel for the past few years, I've actually been paying people to watch them. Every single view on those videos is $1 out of my own pocket.
Yeah, also the end of the pandemic has hurt my channel.
Yeah,
Because when, like, the last big, like, boost in subscribers and views was when, at the height of the pandemic. This is when my channel grew, not the most, but a huge portion of it.
True.
So, Mr. Gates, if you could do me a solid.
Please, unleash another round of the virus? Please don't do it, Mr. Gates. I am so tired of having to look over my shoulder at some guy wanting to give me a 3rd dose of that damn vaccine when I'm in a urinal. But I feel like especially with like your YouTube channel, for example, you're in a prime position in a few ways, because you're like, you've mentioned in the past, you're a dual channel. You both have Spanish and English viewers, and you also have both in like 2 different languages, which is rare for me to see personally in the YouTube community.
Yeah, but it actually hurts my channel a ton because YouTube doesn't know who to recommend me to. Because like, so this week he's speaking this language and speaking about this topic, and the next week he's speaking another one and another topic.
I'm telling you, if you stick with the Bostonese for like many videos in a row, YouTube will settle on one language, and your videos will get like 1 million guaranteed.
Yeah, to the one Bostonese speaker out there.
The one person who speaks Bostonese, well, 2 counting 1 million now, but even so.
Crap.
Yeah, sorry, I've been teaching this language secretly the whole time.
Oh no, that's what when I went to the store, I was subconsciously speaking the Bostonese, and the guy couldn't understand me. Also, my channel got shadow banned. So my sister has a Chromebook from her school, and it's on restricted mode. So when you look at my channel, there's only one video available to watch.
I tested that out, I remember, a while back. When I was in high school, one of my math classes I took was statistics, and it was the first class of its type online at my school. It was the year I graduated, so any future endeavors in bringing further online classes in wouldn't impact me as far as my old high school goes.
I literally was homeschooled.
I'm just saying, for me, I had a computer like that was locked to like only viewing certain things on YouTube because it was a school computer. I looked up, my channel showed up fine. I mean, granted, there were some videos on there I don't think that showed up, but a majority of them were still there as far as that goes. And I've noticed this too when speaking toward your channel. I've looked up Smelly Cheese a few times when you've mentioned it. Yours isn't even one of the first recommendations for videos. It's just like actual videos of Smelly Cheese.
Yeah. I mean, with the boss, if you put the boss, he's not the first option. But if you put the boss official...
I show up, though. Yeah, that shows up.
Yeah, no, but when you search my channel, Smelly Cheese, it doesn't show anymore. Ever since we did the hamburger video, it doesn't show up anymore. And
I think YouTube hated the fact that you abused hamburgers, and I think that's the real reason why they shadow banned your channel.
And on my sister's computer, there's only one video. That's my dog at the park. No,
probably because it was a dog in the park. It was family friendly.
Yeah, so I don't know. On Spotify, they don't even care that we do jokes about election fraud.
Could this mean that we start uploading all of Emilio's videos to Spotify? Maybe. Just the audio.
I'm gonna join OnlyFans now. That's no longer a porn site. Yeah, why not? I mean, if it trends like the next YouTube, I might as well.
You never know. Get a lot more support over there. Who knows? I don't think YouTube's explicitly going anywhere for a long time, but who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
OnlyFans is a better alternative now.
Yeah, I think if I was an exec at YouTube, I would do like what Spotify does with Discover Weekly playlist. So like it would be just a bunch of videos from creators you've never watched. Like I think that would help a lot of people.
Yep, and DeBoss will be one of the first searches, I hope.
Oh, hopefully not. YouTube, never mind. Don't listen to me.
Thank goodness. Oh wait, no, hold on. I want my channel promoted. Put it on the front page.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there are obviously like tricks to beat the algorithm, you know.
Like the tags or the hashtags or
Not even the tags don't work.
At a certain time of the day.
Tags don't raise your views.
Yeah, that's what I've heard here.
Tags don't raise your views.
That's what I have heard here and there.
It literally says above the tag things like tags do not improve your views. They're just in case someone misspells something.
So what's the point of putting tags in then? In that regard.
So like if someone searches a topic and you have that tag and they misspell it, there's like your video kind of can pop up.
So because people are bad at spelling, that's the only way I'm going to get my videos watched at this point now. Well,
yeah,
Emilio, you better start looking up all my search terms.
That's why it doesn't work if you write PewDiePie, right? Because a bunch of people are using that tag. So it's like...
But I don't think PewDiePie needs the promotion.
No. From people trying to, like, get on the hype of PewDiePie.
How do you misspell PewDiePie? Is my question.
I mean,
I put in, like, there's at least one Z in it, so that much I do know.
Yeah, the H can kind of throw you off.
Yeah, the Q, I don't even know where to put it in PewDiePie. It's weird. Like, PewQuePie or PewZPie. I don't know.
Anyways, so I think anything you would like to add to this show?
And
filmed on a Saturday, everybody, so we don't know what could happen tomorrow. We're going to record another episode tomorrow, except it's going to be entirely about it's going to be the director
during the pandemic.
No, it's going to be the director's commentary of this podcast.
Where we commentate over everything we talked about.
Oh, remember that mustache bit at the beginning? That was funny.
My gosh. It's going to be one of those bits where we're like, and as you guys can see here at 17 minutes and 30 seconds, Emilio removes the filter for the dirt mustache. Looking terrible as all hell.
Let's analyze this frame. As you can see, Rian is dying. Wait.
I am dying of hypothermia.
We're going to pause it here because it's the end of the episode, so we should already say goodbye.
That'll be the director's cut. No, all I want to say is...
Oh, the baby's got hiccups.
You know what? It was Emilio, actually. That mustache, I'm so used to seeing it now. Now that I'm not seeing it, it scared me. But,
I have a class on Saturday. I'm going to enter with that mustache.
Oh, damn it, we forgot Shirtless Saturday.
Shirtless?
Damn it.
In the next... yesterday we were supposed to film the shirtless episode because it's technically illegal to be shirtless on a Saturday.
Alright, fine. We'll plan that for next week, probably. But all I want to say is toward, like, the YouTube stuff, for example.
Y'all can suck my dick. You'll never be as famous as I am.
No, you won't be successful as the boss. Smelly Cheese, yeah, you're already famous, even if you haven't never made a channel. But, no, I feel like when it comes to YouTube, if you're going to do content, put in the time, put in the effort, put in the work, do it as much as you want, do it as consistently as you can.
Just like the boss.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, the boss's channel is still somehow alive, even after not uploading for a few months. But, yeah, when it comes down to it, though, guys, if you're going to do YouTube, just do it consistently and do it best you can. Like, that's the best advice you can really give for YouTube as far as that goes. So when it comes to Emilio and his channel, if you keep at it, buddy, I'm sure you'll get somewhere someday. So.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. The best advice I have for you is you should follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat. Instagram, I think I already said, but I have 2 Instagrams, so you can follow me there too. Link in the description. Check out my YouTube channel. You can check out this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Pocket Podcasts, Breaker, and so many more, including Anchor, where you can send in a voice memo and, I don't know, call Ryan names.
Yeah. You know what? You guys might be featured. You guys might be featured in a future episode of the podcast. If you guys want to check out my content,
Yeah. Your channel's called The Boss.
Yeah. So check it out on DeBossOfficial at YouTube.com for memes, skits, and other content. Check out the Nostalgia Factor for retro gaming content, and check out my podcast on Spotify, Anchor, and other locations that stream the show, known as the Bosscast Podcast. Check that out as well. Link in the description. This is going to be the hiccup. This is actually the director's cut of the episode where we include all the hiccup references.
So the third hiccup actually represents the boss's complicated relationship with his family and his alimony.
It's actually my relationship with the porn industry right now. We're not exactly on good terms since OnlyFans stopped being a thing. Sorry, guys, I got to pay rent. So we're moving over to another site. Oh man!
Return next week to see if the boss still has the hiccups.
Hopefully not.